girl posted a video and she was like, let me tell you the story of how I'm getting married to a man that I just met 30 days ago online. Babe, I don't want to watch that story. I don't even want you to be in that story. Like, I have watched enough true crime that story, I don't think it's a good idea. But anyway, let me not project. It's a little scary to me. I'm here for the wedding bells, but 30 days? Girl, can you at least get your period twice in the relationship? Anyway.
Can you meet a guy and marry him in less than 30 days? Like, you met him and you are getting married to him after 30 days. Can you do that? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Anyways, this video I'm about to share with you all, a lady came to our TikTok page to, tell us that, oh, I'm getting married and I just met the guy 30 days ago. Anyways, let me roll the clip for you all to watch to the end, then I'll come back and talk about it.
Girl, it's me. 30 days ago, I met a man on Match.com and we're getting married. Let's get into it. I'm at home doing my thing. If you saw the first part, then you already know. I don't even need to be modest about it. I still believe in love. This is the side of TikTok where we still believe in love and magical things are happening and we are not angry at the world and think everyone is out to get us. That is not what we're here for, okay? We're here for all the giddy feelings and the authentic love connections. And those of you who watched part 1, I met the guy. We matched on Match December the 6th. We talked December the 7th. I didn't see it until December the 7th. And we met on December the 29th. Well, before we met, which he came to my party, I was like, we had already was like, we getting married. And it felt real from the beginning. And here's the thing. It didn't even feel, let me turn my light on. There we go. It didn't even feel weird, okay? It didn't even feel weird. It felt like it's supposed to be happening. So he comes here on the 29th, about 2 or 3 hours before the party. I open the door. Let me take you to the door. I open the door. Oh, shit. I almost fell. Said door, okay? I open the door. We're standing right here. We're hugging and kissing, doing all the things. Look at my Ivy. She's so pretty. Doing all the things. And I honestly, my heart was like, I don't even know if my heart was present, okay? I don't even know if my heart was present. It just was feeling like numb. Because I was like, is this really happening right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is this really happening right now? So we get dressed for my party. I live in a high rise in Houston. The party was on the 47th floor of my building. We get dressed. I had about 40 people that was coming to town for this party. It was a Gatsby themed party. He was in a tux that I had picked out. I wore this cute ass dress. If you haven't seen it, it's in the other videos, girl. Just go on my page. The way he was looking at me, let me tell you something, okay? I'm 47. As a single 47-year-old person, I just was like, it's been a long time since my heart felt so much love and like real desire for a person. You know what I'm saying? Because I can kind of, in the dating space, operate like a dude. Like, I don't really get attached easily. Like, I could see you today and never see you again. Okay, and I'd be perfectly fine. Never talk to you again. We're good. But this was different. And when he came, he looked exactly like all the video chats that we had, exactly like the pictures. And he was still sure. So we have the party. I was fucking wasted, okay? Because I was having a good time. Me and him was having a good time. He fit right in with my friends. And so you need to know, okay, so let me tell you about Barbados. So now this is the 29th, okay? So for New Year's Eve, which was going to be the 31st, of course, I was going to Barbados because I already had a trip planned with my girlfriend and her boyfriend. Well, I asked him, did he want to go, but he couldn't, okay? And for conflict, and he didn't know about it. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going. And he took me to the airport on Sunday morning. His flight left Sunday that late, early evening. And he was sad. He was like, I'm sad to see you go. We talked the whole time. On New Year's Day, and then in Barbados, I went to this fabulous party. It was amazing, but that's a whole nother video. I woke up on New Year's Day to 3 housing options for houses to choose from because he wants to get a new house for us. And him telling me that, just casually saying, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm going to find a jeweler. And what he said to me was, I never want to spend another New Year's without you. And he said this will never happen again.
Hey beautiful people, how are you all doing today? It's your girl Maria David and I'm back again with another interesting video. See, this video is a reaction to people seeing her post on her channel and be like on her TikTok page to say she's getting married to a man that she met 30 days ago. This is a reaction. If you want to really know how she met him and all of that story is a kind of long story. So I'm going to post that in another video. But this is reaction and people are like, why would you do that? Why some people are like, oh, it's so cute. What is your take on this? Because would you, like personally, would you marry somebody that you just known 30 days ago? Would you? Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Let's go ahead and watch other people's reaction on this video and I'll be back at the end of all the stitches.
30 days ago, I met a man on Match.com and we're getting married. Let's get into it. I'm at home doing my thing. I still believe in love. This is the side of TikTok where we still believe in love and magical things are happening. Love connections and all those.
This just needs so much context. Okay, so first of all, this woman is 47. I know, right? Black don't crack, so I have to be a black woman. No, she's an absolute stunner, but it's the mentality that has me concerned. Because there were lots of people who were saying, yes, wonderful, but, you know, do your due diligence, do a credit check, a background check, blah, blah, blah. This was her response.
Getting married, and I've known him for now about 32 days. Let's get into it about all these questions about prenups, STD tests, background checks, credit checks, X checks, all the checks. Let's get into it. Grab your tea. Okay, now that I have your attention, let's just all calm down. Because y'all are wearing me out, okay? With all of y'all's comments. First of all, thank you for all the positive comments. Okay, first question. Prenup. We discussed a prenup before we actually met in person. We're responsible adults. Someone said, why are you rushing? Why don't you take more time? Why don't you take more time? Where's your man at? Why are you worried about me taking time? Why are you invested in me taking more time? Okay. It's not rushing, it's alignment. Okay. Spiritual people know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Mm-hmm.
I will spare you all of the answers because they're all like that. Oh, did you and your man get an STD test? And y'all are this and y'all are that. Like, whoa, they're just trying to help you. Yeah. But the defensiveness totally made sense when I saw this video because, you know, I guess a lot of people are like, oh, we want to see the happy couple. And these are the videos she put up. How you put up 2 different videos and you can't even see this man's face? Bunch of pictures, 2 different videos. I have not seen this man's full face, not one time. But it's giving, you're creating the appearance of all this activity, the appearance of doing the right thing, but you don't actually want to, you know, learn information that might help you. If you put up his full face, somebody might come with his full face back and say, hey, yeah, this is actually my husband, or this is my stalker, or, you know, something that you don't want to hear. Yeah. I've talked about this phenomenon before. I have said women over a certain age either get marriage amazingly right or they get it so wrong. Mm-hmm. And I use the examples of the woman from the first season of Dirty John, Jennifer Lewis. Yes, that Jennifer Lewis, who has been in love scams twice, not once, but 2 times. Scammed out of thousands, in one case, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Terry McMillan of Waiting to Exhale and How Stella Got Her Groove Back fame. Mm-hmm. Mel B of Spice Girl fame. And there's a common denominator. It's rushing. A lot of people in the comments tried to warn this woman about like love bombing and things like that, and she just did not want to hear it. Oh, we're in love, we're aligned. Then a little time won't matter. Why the rush? And honestly, I love marriage. Nobody is more of an advocate for marriage than me because it will protect your assets. But the wrong marriage is a drain to your assets. The wrong marriage is dangerous. My friend actually made a meme of me. It's the little red dress girl meme, you know, where the guy's looking and the little red dress girl is marriage and I'm the guy in the blue shirt. And it's like the girlfriend is any other relationship type. Because it's true. I don't believe in this cohabitation. I don't believe in being together for years on end. But I also don't believe in rushing into the most serious legal commitment you can make. This person is going to be your closest relative. They are going to have legal access to your assets. They are your primary decision maker if anything happens. Like, this is not something to rush into. And this is unfortunately a scenario I see quite often with older Black women. Candace Kelly, all love to her, really covered this phenomenon so well when she talked about hospice care wives. She's the inventor of that term. Go follow her. But yeah, she said when her friends started turning 40 and they're doing amazing in their careers, all of a sudden these leech men swoop in and they, you know, want a comfy place to die. And so they get married. Oh, now that they're old and broke down, they're finally ready to settle down and leave these women in, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in healthcare debt. Their adult children, the man's adult children, are coming into the woman's home to take things away once their father dies. It is a nightmare. And I can say I've seen it from the other side. You know, nobody in my family has ever married anybody broke. Hello. But it doesn't matter. As a woman, it's not just about the finances.
Of course.
Being a caretaker is draining. I can say that because I've been one. To older people in my family, it was a great honor. I love my grandparents. I love my other relatives. But if you don't have the right support system and the right, you know, community, it doesn't matter. I have a relative who married a literal millionaire. He had bad health issues and he passed away, and, you know, she was over 40 and whatnot, and it drained her dry. The whole experience was extremely taxing because guess what? Caretakers need support, and the people who you hire, the 24-hour nursing staff and whatnot, they still need orders. Only you can make his medical decisions. Can his nurse do that? No, she needs you to tell her what to do. The doctor has to meet with you. You have to go to the care appointments because this person is no longer in their right mind, and they need you to be the one communicating, okay, this is what we're doing. You have to communicate with their adult children. It's all on you. The one time I think women should not be so eager for marriage is actually after you are, you know, a certain age. Financial obligations, you know, does he still have minor children? Does he, you know, owe somebody alimony? You just don't know this quickly. Finally, she said, this is not so unusual. A lot of people are sharing their love stories in her comments, and it's true. A lot of people are. My own parents, I tell you all the time, met in high school. My dad saw her literally one day in a high school hallway, you know, said a light shined down on her from heaven. He knew this was the one for him, and they have been together ever since, married nearly 40 years, which is a beautiful story. And everybody in the comments who shared the story, it's beautiful. But what you're missing out is those people are typically part of the same community. My mom said she goes home and she tells her parents, oh, I met this guy. His name is blank. And her parents immediately know his family. You know, they're Black people who went to a high school that had been segregated like 10 years before. So yeah, they were some of the only Black people there. Of course, her parents knew his parents and knew of his family and said, yes, you are allowed to date him. He can come over on Sunday for dinner because the blank family is a fine family. My great-grandmother, who was born in 1910, said eons ago, yes, you know, you marry a man from the community, you don't want a, quote, drifter. And that's a man who comes into town that nobody knows because he could be from anywhere. He could be, you know, have done anything. And in the age of the internet, yes, we are all more connected and it's possible to marry somebody who was more distant. Our community has gotten larger in a sense. But in essence, this guy is a drifter. And I think part of her does know this, and that's why the defensiveness. Last thing is, she said, it's been so long since I felt like this. I just want to go with the flow. I get it. I do. I'm sure after, you know, however long in the dating game, the periods between when you meet somebody that you're really excited about grow longer and longer. And you just want to leap in. You want to marinate in the good feeling with both feet. So marinate in the good feeling. Have fun, Go out on all the dates, enjoy all the life, Go out in the world, hold hands, take pictures, party down. But what does any of that have to do with marriage? I get it, because I'm always first in line to say, after a certain point of life, a man should not be wasting your time. He's 52. Yes, he should absolutely know what he wants. But there's a difference between him knowing what he wants and him proving, basically, that he's worthy of what he wants. A child can want ice cream for dinner. Doesn't mean they're going to get it. So yes, okay, you've made it clear that I'm what you want. Great, show me what I'm going to get out of this deal. Marriage is not a benefit. Men are a net negative unless they prove otherwise. So in 30 days, I cannot see him having proved that. I don't think that this video is going to reach the one. I did make it to reach her. I made it because this is something I'm seeing a trend of. I'm seeing a trend of these like very quick engagements, very quick relationships. And I wanted to make my own stance clear because I always say, a year tops and the man should be proposing. You all seem to mistake what I'm saying. I'm saying a year until the actual engagement. And then it's going to take time to plan the wedding and whatnot. So it's probably going to be at least 2 years altogether before you get married. A year and a half at the very fastest. And that should be sufficient time. But a month is wild. A month is just crazy. Like and follow for more, and y'all stay safe out there.
30 days ago, I met a man on Match.com and we're getting married. Let's get into it.
So last night I saw that TikTok video. And before I continue with my video, I want to make it very clear that I have discussed the situation with my friend and she has given me permission to talk about it here on TikTok. So last night I saw that video and I'm like, this gentleman looks like very familiar, but it's a side view, so I'm not really sure. I sent the video to my girlfriend. My girlfriend calls me. She's like, that's my ex. I was like, are you sure? She's like, that's my ex. Mind you, she dated this man for 9 months, so she knows what he looks like. Either way, because it's a side view, I'm just like, I'm not really too sure. So I went to the woman's page and I zoomed in on the WhatsApp communication on his profile picture. And I can clearly see that that's him, but he's going by a different name. So I start to tell my girlfriend the name and she cuts me off and she completes his name. And she was like, yes, that's his middle name. His family calls him by that name. However, she always preferred to call him by his first name. So like my mind is blown because I'm like, this man is really recreating y'all relationship. And he appears to be a serial love bomber. He contacted my girlfriend December 27, 2022 via Instagram DM. Her birthday is December 29th. This man sent her, money for her to go to the spa and sent her money for food for her birthday.
Okay.
Within 1 week of communication, he already told her that he loves her. He continued to give her gifts, send her gifts because they live in different states. He continued to make sure that he was in constant communication with her. Like she really felt like this was the real thing. Spiritually, emotionally, like everything just felt like this was great. This is happening for her. It was so serious that he was actually asking her to, come and move out there. He wanted her to stop her master's degree that she was doing in the state that we're living in and come move where he lives, and then she will be able to continue her degree there. And he continually asked her to the point that she got upset and she told him no, she's not going to do that. And it was insensitive because she has obligations where she lives and she's not willing to just ignore those things. And so he eventually apologized to her for that, for being so pushy about her moving out so quickly. So they continued to stay together. Things were really, really serious. She met his mother. She met his children. Wow. He met her family. He met her children, which is a very big thing to her because she dates, but no one gets to meet her children. And congratulations to my girlfriend. She actually graduated December 2023 with honors, coming off of a relationship that she honestly didn't see that was going to end. She, in fact, was at his place in, I believe, around Labor Day. And because they were picking up furniture and they were really setting up for her to make that move to come live out there. What I am pointing out is that when somebody comes to you and they want to tell you that they love you, they want to make it seem like you're the best thing for them, and it's a very short period of time, I think it's very important for you to be cautious and then for you to think about, Are they telling you these things because it's you, or are they telling you because it's them? I see similarities to what this woman has shared. And I also like even visually seeing certain similarities. This is actually a picture of my girlfriend, and I just see like this as a lot of red flags. And all I can say is that, ladies, just be careful, pay attention. It's great to feel love. It's great to feel wanted, but that love bombing thing, you have to understand where it's coming from, and usually it's coming from them, and it's not really about you. So that's my story time. Actually, one last thing. I'm not saying that this man didn't love my friend, nor am I saying that he does not love this woman. It's just you cannot ignore the red flags. This man was with my girlfriend, a very serious relationship, that he was telling her that he's been waiting for her his whole life, that she is everything to him. And now, fast forward, a month and a half to 2 months later, you already dating someone else, and now you're telling them the same thing, and you're actually engaged to them. Red flags are red flags, and that is the end of my story time.
So y'all know I'm not one to gossip, right? But did y'all see that video of that girl saying that she met this guy on Match.com? They known each other for a month, and they just met, and they're getting married in 30 days. And of course, everybody in the comments is like, girl, run, don't do it, girl. Do a background check, do all this, da 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 da, right? Basically, she comes back and she's like, do y'all do background checks on y'all men? Yes, we do. We do. And especially the age that she is, I would think that she would be telling us to do that. Meeting someone and getting married in 30 days is wild. You can be with someone for 2 years and they won't start showing their true colors. Comes back and she's like, where's y'all man? Like, basically, like, I got my man, and y'all don't got anything, right? So everyone is like, it's a canon event. Let's just see how it plays out. When I tell you the algorithm is algorithming, today I'm scrolling down my timeline and I see this girl. She stitched the video and she's like, it's my friend's ex, and he did the exact same thing to her. The story is so similar. And y'all, these women kind of look alike. He has a type, clearly. So basically, he love bombed her friend. She was in a master's program or something, and he tried to make her like quit, basically like give up on her life dreams or something. Y'all can fill me in the comments because I'm just summarizing for y'all. Well, he basically did all that and then left her. Seems like there was some overlap, but she was saying that story that the girl was saying is lining up with what her friend went through. I don't know, y'all. We're just going to have to let this play out because Miss Mama's over there is basically saying she's not listening to us and she's in her Delulu land. And, of course, there's people in the comments that are supporting her like, girl, forget these people. They're just haters. Yes, we're haters, but we're also watchers, too. We're just going to watch. Craziest thing about this is this lady is 47. 3 years away from 50. It's a canon event, y'all. It is a canon event. Let's just sit back and watch. Y'all didn't hear from me, though.
30 days ago, I met a man on Match.com and we're getting married. Let's get into it.
Okay, if you're a spiritual person, then this is where you need to listen up. The enemy is crafty. I just read this morning in 1 Peter 5 about a scripture we all know very well. The enemy is out there lurking. He is seeking to devour you. And so he uses people to do that. And sometimes he uses his goons to come into your life, to pretend to be something that they're not, to take you off your game, to get you away from the things that you are pursuing, the things you are doing, because he wants to ruin your life. And he does that through people. And it's not through just men. Women come in men's life and do it. And if you're in any other type of relationship, it could happen too. But you have to be careful about yoking yourself with people, whether you're a woman or a man, because the enemy is like a roaring lion seeking to devour who he can. When you get with somebody, you have to pray and ask God, is this person for me? And if that person is not, remove that person from me. That is that prayer that everybody talks about that he will answer so quickly, because he really will. They are coming in your life sometimes to steal, kill, and destroy. And no, this is not to make you anxious and to make you feel like everybody's out to get you. This is saying have discernment, have wisdom, go to God, pray about it, do your due diligence, because you don't want to look up and someone has come and stolen from you. Someone has come and killed and destroyed your life. So be careful, because the enemy uses people, good looking people, to come in your life, pretend like they're the one. And if you're not diligent, if you don't use discernment, and if above all else, just ask God that one simple question, your life will be turned upside down. So this lady, I wish all the best for her. I pray that nothing happens like that to her, and God forbid it does, that she recovers well. But trust and believe the enemy sends his goons out into the world to do his dirty work. You were working on that degree. You were working on that good job. You had just bought that house. You had just bought that new car. You were turning your life around, and that person came in your life, and now your house is on foreclosure. You stopped going for your degree. Your credit cards are up to the max, and all they left you with is a bunch of trouble. Because the enemy sent his goon into your life to steal, kill, and destroy. He wanted to devour you. If you walking around this world and you some sort of believer or you spiritual, you better believe that there's a spiritual world out there, and that you need to be on alert and be on guard. Because if you are not, you are going to be devoured. There are sheep running around. Wolves running around in sheep clothing. You better know the difference. You better know the difference. And if you don't know, you get with God and you ask him, is this a sheep or is this a wolf? Give enough time so that you can inspect the fruit and see the fruit of that person. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. And the lady went on to start answering these questions and saying, why are you worried? Why not be worried? Why not care for our fellow sister? Why not look out? Why not make sure that you are equipped with enough information to make an informed decision? Let me tell you something. The person you marry is going to be the biggest decision you make in your life. It don't matter where you go to college. It doesn't matter what job you work. It doesn't matter where you live. Who you marry and yoke yourself to or align yourself with, have children with, is going to be one of the biggest decisions that's going to impact your life over anything else you do. Why would you risk it? Why would you risk it? Why not take the time to make sure you're making a sound, informed decision? You don't want to have to go through divorce. You don't want to be stuck raising children alone. You don't want to be stuck trying to turn your life upside down. If you can help it, ma'am, you're too old for that. Take people's advice. Do your due diligence. I wish you the best, and God bless.
You all, some days I just see some topics on TikTok. I'll download it and save it somewhere so that I can come and make a video on it. This video, I didn't even know that somebody was actually commenting or reacting that a friend is a guy's ex. Like, I was just... Anyways, if you're still here, let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. What is your take? Again, can you see a man in 30 days and marry him? Because you just, it just feels in your heart that he's the right person. Can you? For me, the question is no. I would never see somebody in 30 days, meet up, maybe we've been talking, everything have been going on, 30 days, and I'm going to say yes to marry you. I won't marry you because there are a lot of things I need to know about you. Come to think of it, men can change and they can pretend, they can manipulate. So I'm not saying that if you date them for a year, you would not, or they can pretend for a year, but there's no how you will get to a stage that you are going to have some issues, see the way he's going to handle some issues, see the way he's going to get angry, look at how he treats his family, look at how he treats people. Like in 30 days, you can't even know anything about him. It's just love bombing as it is. So now, when I went to her page, I wanted to actually know more about the whole story, but I was just seeing her just doing, it's my man, I know what I am doing. You all are just 18. I'm like, 47-year-old woman. Probably she knows what she's doing. Maybe she has seen the world and she knows what she's doing. No problem. But I feel like, to me, I would say this is love bombing. And if you feel like from your heart everything is all going it's still love bombing. And let's talk about the man. So I feel like there's more to this story. I'm going to go deeper to search for it. So this man, you all notice that she didn't show this man's picture, like in her post, in her video, and everything. She wasn't showing his face. She was always, I know, it's kind of people that will post their man and they'll be hiding face. See, if you do that, post your man with your full chest. If you know that this man is the right man, post it with your full chest so that you know. Because if you're hiding your man, you're saying, hey, let me not post his face so that people will not see who I'm dating. He might be married to somebody somewhere in East Africa that you don't know. Always post your man with your full chest. If you're the kind of person that posts your relationship online, I'm not saying that you must post, but why would you make a picture, a video, and we're not even seeing his face? But you cannot hide his face forever, because we can tell his head, and somebody came out to say a friend dated that guy and he did exactly the same thing. Love bombing, everything was all going well and everything. She posted a friend picture and they kind of look alike, you know. This is insane. It's like, this is crazy. Sometimes I just love TikTok because you just be on your own and everything will keep coming to you. The old drama will keep coming. I feel like there's more to this and I'm going to go deep into it. But the whole thing we're talking about in this video is, what is your take on her going into a relationship or going into a marriage for 30 days that she met this man online? She met him online and she's already committed marriage. And she's 47 years old and she's saying that she might not have done the background check. Like, do you do background check on your man? You all are saying, do you do background check on your man, blah, 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 blah. At least she got a man. Do you have a man? You know those kind of people that will say, man. Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified when I upload another interesting video like this one. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.